Bitcoin is currently fighting to reclaim the $90,000 mark, but is the worst over already, or will we move here into lower levels in the coming days and potentially the coming weeks? And this is just a dead cat bounce that we're experiencing right now. This is what we're going to talk about today. Don't miss out on that, and let's go. Oh, wow. Sorry guys, I forgot to pull down the microphone. I hope you still could hear me pretty well, because I forgot to pull it down. So we jump directly into the weekly chart. So here we see now that Bitcoin is definitely bouncing back in direction here to the $89,200 level, which is a critical level on the weekly chart for Bitcoin to reclaim, to invalidate this bearish order block. Right now, I'm personally not massively convinced that we're gonna close the weekly candle above here, because just Tuesday we have 4.5 days still to go before we see here the weekly close, and this could just lead to a potential fake out where we briefly go above this level and then just get the rejection back into the bottom of this candle here to $83,900, $84,000 approximately. Here was another chart that I had earlier my eyes on. I just want to see where... sorry, here. This is the chart. I forgot to pull that over. I was already like, where did this go? So here on the monthly chart, the most important level that we need to watch right now for any kind of move in Bitcoin is this dashed upward sloping trend line. This is the final line in the sand for Bitcoin to determine if we get here continuation to the upside, or if we actually break lower and go into the next horizontal support level. And there definitely bulls need to step in to get here any kind of reaction and an attempt to go back to the upside. For now, we are above this trend line. This trend line is indicating that this is currently support for us, and that is just solidified by the wick that we have just put in here, that came here basically over the last 12 hours, I would say. Let me just quick check here. 15, almost 24 hours. Yeah, almost in the last 24 hours. We started this yesterday. I see this here on my other screen. Yesterday, 3 hours apart. So like basically 3 hours after my stream yesterday, we started to climb up here into higher levels again. And that's why we are trading now around $87,400. But we are not just right now here out of the woods. To completely confirm that, we would need here a weekly and a monthly break above $93,700. We could also live with like 94, you know, 93,400. Sorry, 93,400. But like 93,700 would be 800. Sorry, 800 would be the level that we are definitely looking out here for. On the daily chart, let me see here quickly. Yeah, on the daily chart, it looks right now exactly like what I said yesterday, that we are potentially putting in here a W pattern, but it is still a little bit too early to fully confirm that, because for this we need definitely 2-3 more candles. And when you look here already at the shape, you know, I have to pull here the right leg up like this so that this actually looks somewhat of a W pattern, you know. So okay, yeah, no, see here tomorrow's candle or after tomorrow's candle, and then more or less here that outline to the upside is what we are looking at. Let me see here, it's a little bit stronger. Yeah, for now it's a little bit too early to determine if that will actually turn out to a W pattern, but we have for now our low and a higher low that we have put in here. So from a macro structure on the daily chart, it doesn't look all too bad, but what we are looking for is confirmation. We need confirmation here, and confirmation will come in when we break above $89,200 approximately. That will then also lead to a short squeeze all the way back to like $91,500, $92,000. That would be in this case the neckline if this turns out to be a W pattern. And once the neckline is broken, then we would, after such a long time of waiting, finally see a move here in direction of $95,000, $96,000. So, but for now, we are still far away from that. Like I just said, we need confirmation bias here and signals to confirming now a directional move here into these levels. And for now, we don't have that. We are kind of like a no man's land. And that's why we need to be a little bit careful unless you want to build swing positions on super low leverage, you know, so and you scale them later, or you want just fast scalps in and out, you know, but there's nothing in between what you can do technically right now. Here on the daily chart, a good sign is that with today's daily candle, we have reclaimed this upward sloping trend line. That's what I mentioned yesterday, that you want to see a close around this level. And then today come at least above this upward sloping trend line here. Also the RSI is pointing back to the upside. So this could be another factor telling us that this was just a move to spook the markets, because it's still just speculation if the Bank of Japan will actually hike rates or not, even though the prediction markets are saying it's like a 75% probability that they're gonna hike, but it's not set in stone yet. You know, the month is still going on, so it's not set in stone, and that could have been just like a sell the news event here. And we are now starting to recover from this, because that's also what I mentioned yesterday, where I said the RSI was, the MACD was not looking all too bad. The RSI was just going down because of that tremendous sell pressure. And today we're already recovering here, pointing back to the upside. Still slightly oversold on the RSI. The MACD is already bouncing here with the signal line with the trend line of the signal line, and signaling continuation to higher levels. I want to mention here, guys, yesterday the doors opened for the application process to my mentorship program. Everybody that was on the wait list was moved over to the application process. So and here's something that I want to show you guys. So we still have some spots left. You know, it's not like that everything is already gone, but I just want to show you this. So I have to move this over here from my other screen. So once again, if you want to become a highly successful trader and help that will guarantee you to become profitable in the next 3 to 4 months, then you should definitely go here and start the application process. Like I said, we have still some spots left, but I just want to show you between yesterday and today how much applications we actually called, you know, and how much we actually took from that. So here I just moved this over that you can see this here. So we got 31 calls that we have called, and only 9.78% of that got accepted for the mentorship. Again, you need to pay for it, yes. Do we take everybody? No, we don't take everybody, you know. So even if all 31 people here would have said, I have the money to pay for it, no, you know. So we have a selective process how we go about to find the people that are best suited for this, and have the right mindset, and these are the people that we are accepting. So, and just that you see, so we gave 3 spots away between yesterday and today. They are gone. So we have right now only 6 left, you know. So if you are serious about this, you're committed to the process, then go to the link in the description, to the pinned comment in the chat, and start the application process. Book a call with my team, and then let's see if you're a good fit for that, because there's no better moment than to do this right now, because I'm still convinced that we are in that 2020-2021 fractal that I had shown you here a while back. So this might be one of the best moments to take advantage of that, to learn or to get like that fine cut of a raw diamond to take the most advantage of what's coming here for the market. So here on the 4-hourly chart, also Bitcoin is retesting now the EMA ribbon. Remember what I said the last time? I think I said this yesterday or the day before that, where I said there will be a point in time when we break here above this line, where we come back and test the upper end of the EMA ribbon. And for a fast scalp, that is where you want to get out of this trade again, you know, because there is a high probability that we are just not slicing through this, and rather go up, get rejected, come down again, and get stuck here for a while in these levels before you're going to get then that break eventually back to the upside. So, but the initial break back above the EMA ribbon is usually a fake out, you know. So that's why I said take the trade, take the long here from that level to around 89,200 was what I said, and have a tight stop loss, something like this here. Yeah, that was what we were looking at. 4.3%. So right now, of course, it's too late for this trade. So, but what you can do on the other hand is you can take the other side of the trade. I want to mention here again, this is a more risky trade. So here 90,270 back to that support line. So you see you are looking at 3.86%, but the risk to reward ratio is way worse than it was on the long position. So because we were looking at a 1.47 risk to reward ratio, here you're looking at a 1.289. So this is yeah, not the same, you know. You have here 1.34% stop loss. It's still worth it to take the trade though, you know, so from a risk to reward ratio perspective, but it just shows you again that the upside is still favored here, you know, so especially when you spot the right setups. When we're looking then at the MDX algo scalp gradients here, we came down into this blue order block that I mentioned yesterday, that I would expect the bounce from here back to the upside. This is exactly what happened here. So I hope some of you guys were able to take advantage of that. And took some trades from these levels back to the upside. I would definitely go and start protecting my position now and set my stop loss here at $85,600. So if you took a trade here from that blue area, you are sitting in nice profits regardless if price turns around and kicks you out, or if we continue higher. You know, this is just to protect your position, your capital, to make sure that you can trade another day and made a little bit of money if that actually goes against you. Yeah, so also here on the reactor indicator up here we have another dot plot. Still not happy with that, because this from experience is just telling me, okay, we have here a short-term bounce and then it rolls over, makes another lower high compared to this high here, another lower high, and then comes one more time down and then starts going up, and then you have here two dot plots. So one wave down, in that wave down you get these two dot plots, the same way that we got them over here, and then we finally go up. So this is what I'm looking here on the shorter time frames at currently, what potentially is playing out. So this will be completely invalidated if we manage to break here back above $89,200. And I just want to put this level in here. No, up here. No, this 90,000 there. So here you kind of see already why, because here, there it was strong support, there it was support, here we broke the support. So here again, broke resistance, turned this into support, then here again, broke this resistance, turned this into, broke support, turned this back into resistance. Now when we come up, it will be resistance. And that's why if you're in that trade from down here, you definitely want to get out, you know, so, or take massive profits and set your stop loss again in profits, trail it up to around $87,200 roughly. And guys, smash up the like button. We are here 58 people right now. I don't know why the YouTube algo is hating on me so much right now, but it's really bad, you know. So usually we're sitting here like with 100, 200 people. It's 58 guys, and one of the reasons is that you're not smashing up the like button. So please go and smash up the like button, guys, for everybody that's here on the stream. Then 15 minutes chart. So 15 minutes chart looks like that we are getting ready to getting a new golden cross here. The 50 moving average is coming up to meet the 200 moving average here today in like 7 hours potentially, maybe faster than that, giving us a golden cross, and that would of course then translate into higher prices, where Bitcoin might be trading at that moment of that golden cross here around $88,500, $800, something like this. So why exactly these levels? Because we have here imbalance after imbalance right now. So here, this is all imbalance levels. So we have here is one imbalance. So now so then here there's an imbalance, and then also here this is imbalance. So each of these imbalances needs to be filled. So it means here all the way up to like $90,200 approximately. We're gonna get here at some point a nice short squeeze into these higher levels. Guys, if you also want to trade in the trading competition, where we're gonna share for sure an $80,000 prize pool altogether, then make sure that you sign up here on WEEX. I still have my WEEX trade running here, slightly in a loss right now, but I'm holding it because I know that is gonna still turn a profit. You get $30,000 in welcome bonuses, $400 just for signing up, binding your phone, email address, and downloading the app. Another $400 if you deposit $500 with getting access to this free Telegram group if you sign up, and all the steps are explained in the description. And if you cannot use WEEX, guys, you know the drill. Go to ByBIT. There's also a link in the description. You have to look a little bit for it, but it's there in the description, guys, down below. Now here, when we're looking at the liquidation levels, there is a high concentration currently of shorts sitting here at around 91,000 all the way down. Let's see, I want to make this accurate. $91,680. I don't know why I want to say 89 all the time. All the way up to $93,400. So again, the $93,400 level that I've mentioned now multiple times, and I feel like that I'm starting to sound like a broken record by saying this all the time. But this is now a major target here to the upside. So you see here pretty clearly on the 4-hourly chart the imbalance that I talked about. So we are starting to fill this right now with the current move. There is technically the possibility to take a trade here right now, but it is a little bit risky. You know, guys, I warn you every single time when I think something is risky, not risky. This is a risky trade. So, but you could do this, and yeah, with a tight stop loss here. Yeah, so a 3.16% trade only to fill the imbalance at $90,200 with a stop loss at $86,774. So you have $700 only to the stop loss. Yeah, so and that could be something that could be happening today. So I don't want to be too bullish here right now, but imbalances, they tend to get filled, especially if it's such a big candle here. So this is like a $3,000 candle. And yeah, they get rather sooner than later filled here. So, but also, then you get a rejection from these levels and we come back lower. The best case scenario would be that then the 50 moving average here is holding as support at like around $89,000. And then we are creating here a new trading range and gain momentum to break here into higher levels. But again, we need to see how this is playing out now over the next couple hours here on the 4-hourly chart to get a more better understanding what's actually happening here, because it could be also that we are just reaching the 50 moving average and from there already getting rejected and roll over, take the liquidity here out of that area, again $84,700, which still is technically a higher low, and then go to the upside. So that's why I'm saying if you take that trade, so be prepared that you could get stopped out because it's just a $700 range to the stop loss. It's really tight, but it doesn't change the fact that all this over leveraged liquidity on the short side is still sitting here above us. Sorry, I was a mosquito here. And you can clearly see that. No, let me actually go to a 2-weekly chart here, because it will be clearer there. So you see here, $88,000 is already here an imminent target, and from there we're going to get the fuel for a short squeeze to $89,000, and then we need to see, then it's decision time if things will get worse here over the midterm for us or not, if you can break through this or get rejected from here in that area between $89,000 and $90,000, because there is like a liquidity gap. There's not much liquidity, and then only around the $92,400 and then all the way up to $93,400, there is then again a lot of liquidity. So, and that makes here the $90,000 and $89,000 area a potential rejection point where price could turn around and go back into lower levels. So here on the USDT dominance, we got here a crazy break above this downward sloping trend line that nobody wanted to see. And a retest of 6.52% roughly. Today we are putting in a red candle, and it's really easy to explain because Bitcoin is going up, some altcoins gaining momentum again. The Bitcoin dominance also broke out of the falling wedge. Here again, the best outcome is that we are seeing a rejection from 59.6%. This is a key support resistance flip zone, so-called an SR. Currently, we are not breaking above this. But what you want to see is a rejection from this back here to like 59%. So you don't want to see a break above this, a daily candle close above this level, and a bounce with continuation in direction back to like 60%. So you definitely want to see a rejection from that, because you see here we broke this support level here to the downside, and in terms of the dominance, that's good. So then here we had like this crazy move on the 10th of October, and then we broke here again this support to the downside, and it should act now as resistance. And when I go into the past, you see here every single time when we're around that 59.6, 59% level, these are key levels, you know, from where we get directional moves. So that's why you don't want to see right now that we are breaking above this, and what you really want to see is a rejection to the downside. The total free market cap broke back below the downward sloping trend line. Maybe I can adjust this now a little bit. Yeah. So adjust it to the new candles. So we are sitting here at the $835 billion support level currently. So also here we are putting in a higher low with the current candle structure. This looks more now already like a W pattern than on Bitcoin. But also here we need continuation. This current daily candle that we are forming here, that doji, might be an early precursor for tomorrow's candle that potentially is giving us a big push to the upside that could result into a break of this downward sloping trend line, and putting in here a morning star candlestick formation, which is a reversal pattern and would signal that we are going back here into higher levels. But yeah, for that we need to wait until tomorrow and see what's happening. Then with Ethereum came back here to our original entry. You would be not too late to trade this. So that you see why I said here it's good that we sold and did not get back into this trade. And I said, literally, you know, I said, I'm gonna sit on my hands and see what's happening. You know, I'm not interested to get back into this. I'm gonna sit on my hands and wait until I get a reclaim of this upward sloping trend line. We did not get the reclaim, and we got a hard rejection back exactly to our entry level. So if you would have waited, you know, regardless of what when I told you to get out, you round tripped now. You know, so which is still fine. You know, better than ending up with a loss, but you round tripped all your profits. So that's why it's so important that you're so how to say that, prudent with your stop losses right now, you know. So it's really important that you trail them up when you are sitting in nice profits, because we were sitting at around 12%, you know. So now you have a good chance to enter this still from here, you know. It's not too late for this, but then with the same stop loss, you know. So I would definitely use the same stop loss back here to $3,090. But here your risk to reward, you know, is not the same anymore. It's almost a one-to-one trade now. So technically you can still do this, you know. So and then you just trail your stop loss higher. The higher price is climbing. So when we get here to like $2,900 roughly, you can trail it here to the original entry, you know, to minimize your risk. Then you're at 2.5% of a stop loss, and the risk to reward ratio becomes also way better then. But you have to start down here, you know. So and that's the bad part about this. So and that's why it makes it an unfavorable trade to take, you know. So but if I would get into an Ethereum trade right now, that would be potentially what I would be looking at. So let me look here at Solana. Solana, you wait for this downward sloping trend line to be broken. This is the best trade setup that you can get right now. So, and that is coinciding here with $134 approximately, I would say. Yeah, so that is what you're looking at. And then you can trade this trade to $155 when it breaks the next time. So 16.15% to the upside. So why would I take this trade here? Because on the 4-hourly chart, you have here a bullish divergence that played out already. Here, price down, RSI up. And now you just want to see continuation. Continuation will come when we break above $130. Then you're gonna get a retest of this downward sloping trend line. And then if we break above this, you get continuation into higher levels. So would I recommend to enter a trade right now just to trade to the trend line? You're looking at 3%. You know, so for a scalp, yes. If you want to scalp this, you can do this to the trend line. You see here 3.84% for scalp, that's fine. But for nothing else, you know, and my stop loss would be also here really, really tight. Yeah, I would have like a 1% stop loss, you know, so yeah, $126.75 would be my stop loss here. But overall, the indicator's looking good, you know, like I said, RSI going up, MACD about to print a buy signal with the next 4-hourly candle close. RSI going up here at 51% in bullish territory. And the daily chart, let's see, I was looking, daily chart also turning around, you know, also putting here a clean, that looks like a clean W pattern for now that we are getting here, but also here the right side, you know, like a move here to like $142, $140, $142 is the signal that you want to see here. So, but you also don't want to get in too late, because then you basically miss here already like huge chunk of profits, you know. So that's why on the 4-hourly chart, that is what I prefer to look at for a higher time frame outlook, where I can just trade the continuation of the W pattern later on here from $143, because that, now look at this, even if I take this from here, so that is like an $18 move, take profit move, so that puts us at $160 for the W formation. So that means I can trade the continuation if we break here the neckline, and then just extend my original target from $155 to $162, $63. Now, here 61 people, guys. Thank you so much for smashing the like button, and for the people that did it, smash it again. In the meantime, and because there were some people earlier not here, I want to mention it again, guys. If you want to learn properly how to trade in these markets, go to the pinned link in the chat here, or in the description, top link in the description. My mentorship is open only for a short period of time, you know. Once all the seats are taken, they're taken, you know. I'm not taking more people in. I only do this once or twice per year to come in, scoop a small group of people together, you know, so, and then make them profitable in a one-on-one fashion, you know. So if that's you, you want to be the next person, then click on that link in the description or in the pinned comment below, fill out the application, my team will reach out to you, see if you're a good fit, and I say this again, only if you're a fit, you know, you will get in. It doesn't matter if you throw money at us, we don't care, you know, only if you're a good fit, you will get in. You can throw at me 50K and you want in. If you don't meet all the criterias, I'm not working with you, you know, I don't care, you know, 50K, yes or no, I don't care, honestly, you know. So, because I have rather no headaches than the money, you know, so I like to have no headaches. So, but if you are serious about this and want to be guaranteed to become profitable in your trading journey, fill out the application. So let me know in the chat, guys, what coins should I go over with, because I want to be here a little bit longer today. I will be here until my camera turns off, you know. So, and you have potentially for this another 15 minutes, I would say, you know, maybe in 15 minutes, I think my camera will turn off because it's running then too hot. And until then, I'm here. So throw at me altcoins that you want me to look at. And I'm going to show you buy zones for them. So let me know. What should I look at? But please no meme coins, guys. Please stay away from meme coins. Especially in a crazy market like that. What is Pito? Is that a meme coin? Hype. Hype is something that we can do. Pito, I've never heard this coin. So here, that is one of the rare occasions where the falling wedge, the rising wedge pattern actually has played out. I'm really surprised by that, you know, because it came all the way down exactly to the target. So if you would have shorted this here on the break, was there actually a retest? There was a small retest also. So if you would have shorted this here from the retest, you would have definitely made here some good money on this trade overall. Here, bottom target. Yeah, you would have made here 16.4% on that trade. So it would have been really, really juicy. So right now, also here, I see a massive W pattern shaping up on the 4-hourly chart here. So would I enter this right now? If I would trade the W pattern, potentially, I want to see the daily chart. Actually, the daily chart looks good. RSI going up, stochastic, the MACD looks here really bullish because we have only really tiny red candles here and already putting in a lighter red candle. So there's not a lot of sell pressure coming to hype, you know. So it's already fading out. But you have to understand the mechanics behind hype, why this is happening. I have explained it the other time, not a long time ago, how it actually works. People get liquidated on their positions on Hyperliquid. The profit that Hyperliquid is generating out of the fees are used to buy back hype and stabilizing the price while the whole rest of the market is nuking. So that's why hype is always really good to trade after a crash. You know, basically a couple hours. Once you saw here that move to the downside yesterday here. So when we came back to these levels here, to like $31, that would have been your entry. You know, so you have to look at the big picture in these things, you know. So even now on low leverage, on like 5x leverage, I would risk it. You know, I would risk it to get into this, but you have to respect the levels, guys. You know, because here we are currently at a resistance level. That's why we are getting rejected. On the lower time frames, I just want to have a quick look here. Looks a little bit cooked. Here's just a smaller rising wedge right now shaping. So just so you see that. So if we keep getting rejected from here, then you get another move to the downside again. Let's see here. 15 minutes. No. Right now, it's definitely not good to enter this. That will take another 12 hours, I would say. 6 to 12 hours before I would consider entering this, because stochastic's pretty high on the 4 hour. MACD is turning bullish. RSI also not looking great. And is in no man's land, you know. It's just going sideways here, so it's not looking good here. So you if you are lucky, you get another attempt to long this from like $30.80. So in between these two levels, no man's land, guys, you know. So here in between there, you don't want to long, you wait, either break $31.92 or come back $30.80, and then you have potentially a generational entry on hype for the next major leg to the upside. Let me see here. Tau, yeah, I can also do Tau. So Zcash is going to shit. Oh wait, no, here, Tau. So yeah, so I still have Tau levels. So here we never broke this downward sloping trend line. So here you wait again. Downward sloping trend line is what you want to see to be broken. There might be, I want to see how much percent is that away from current price. Yeah, 7%. There is a better, so there is definitely an entry opportunity here at 200, what is this, $69, which is like a 3% move from current price. So either break that level, and then also here on the lower end. So if we go lower, here, $245. So again, one of these two levels is what you're looking at. The problem that I have also with Tower right now is we are putting in a lower low. Here, low, lower low, yesterday. Not good. Not good. So you definitely want to wait here a little bit. The RSI looks like it wants to bottom here already. But you need confirmation. Confirmation is at break $269. You can enter this. Then you are still waiting to see if we can break the downward sloping trend line. If the trend line is broken, sit in that trade. If it fails and comes back, have your stop loss then at that moment at break even. You know, so once you see here that move to like $280, you need to set your stop loss at $269. So, and in the worst case, you lose your fees. So then I'm gonna do maybe, let's see what's performing today. I honestly did not have here. Near is performing. Let's see what's going on with Near. Oh wow, I should have maybe used a different chart, because this is, I think, for hourly, 1 hourly. No. Oh, why is this also small here? But it's okay. Wow. So let's see. Oh, come on. Yeah. So let's see what's going on with Near. So this can all go away. So let's see here. Yeah, also macro lower low, not good. Here was a low that was broken now. So, but that's why we're also getting such a crazy reaction back to the upside. Here, same thing, $1.80 would be the perfect level for a long-term position to enter this, even though it is like 3%, 5%, yeah, 3-4% away from current price. But this looks like a massive V-shaped recovery. So you want to wait that this plays out. I think that this will also turn into a W, so it will come down one more time, and then it will rally to the upside. So there's, yeah, either a fast scalp if you want to enter this right now to like $1.80, or you wait for this turnaround when it happens. If it doesn't happen and we break $1.80 and we go a little bit higher, like $184, $182, then you enter from there and trade the continuation. Guys, you can ask me for more coins. I can do here, and yeah, 1 or 2 more coins is what I can do for you guys, and then I'm gonna run. AVAX, yeah, AVAX also good, still here. Yeah, so we try to break out of that downward sloping channel, or here that kind of falling wedge that we are putting in. So here I think, let me see, it looks like that we have reached, that is technically still a higher low, right? What? No, there's an equal low. Okay, I'm fine, and that's fine, you know, so I can live with an equal low. So that's also something that you see really rarely. You know, you have here this low and this is an equal low. That is a strong indication when this doesn't get broken right now that we are ready to go back to the upside. So, but only if it holds. So that needs to hold here until the weekly close. So if that holds until the weekly close, strong indication for continuation to the upside. Here, there's another level where you can take a position from. Doesn't matter if spot or leverage, $13.15, but only if we break above this. Once we're breaking above this and you're not in, you're again in a no man's land situation, at least on the daily chart, where you don't want to enter this. Even though you have here like a 4% move to like $13.82. You see now why I said all the time $13.86 is so important. That we break above this to get continuation, you know, so because now we broke back below that, did not break the downward sloping trend line, and that's why we reversed back here into lower levels. Let me see here, all the way over here. Yeah, so here the underlying support level is kind of, let me see. Yeah, there. So $12.24 is otherwise the next support where I would consider taking a position from if we are reaching it. So if we're not breaking above $13.15, then be ready that we go down to $12.24, and then from there you have again a great opportunity for an amazing entry, because the yeah, technically we should turn around here based on the RSI, this the MACD, only the stochastic needs to get a turnaround here. And also price action wise, as I just explained, you know, we have equal lows, which is a good indication for a move back to the upside. Yeah, but we need to wait here a little bit longer, because even on the 4-hourly chart, yeah, 4-hourly chart looks like that we are rolling over one more time. So in general, with Bitcoin, if I go back here quick to Bitcoin, things are not looking all too shabby. You know, is the worst over here? Potentially, you know, potentially, to come back here to today's thumbnail, potentially the worst is over. But I'm not ruling out that Bitcoin can get here one more move and step into lower levels before we then turn back to the upside. That's it for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure that you smash up the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and I see you then hopefully with some more money tomorrow.